All right, excellent. We're going to begin with Thomas Harding. Thomas, you have the first question. Go ahead.
Okay, Chris. Talk to you a little bit in spring training about this, but I wanted to kind of, if you could elaborate a bit on it. You went through a stage. You came in with the Diamondbacks very well offensively, extra base hits, all those things. Hurt a finger, and it took a long time to get back. During that time, did you ever lose confidence that you would get your swing back? Because I'm seeing what we saw with Arizona a few years ago right now.
I would say like frustration was a better word for it. Like I told you, I broke my hand in 17, and that off season, I had ended up needing 2 surgeries on that, July and November. So I really didn't start hitting until February, and tried to make some swing changes in spring training. And I don't know if it was the strength of the hand or what, but kind of got in some bad habits, and that carried on through 18 and 19. Tried to make some swing changes, and you saw my numbers from last year. So once I got let go from KC, just kind of reevaluated and started working with a new hitting coach, and I feel like I've relearned my swing and just the right mechanics, and I feel a lot more like myself, and just my hand-eye coordination I feel like is back to being what it was when I was like you said, hitting those extra base hits.
When you were looking for teams and teams called, how important was it to get back with Magadan, who had known you from before? And if you can kind of describe also who your hitting coach is and the things that he got you back to that you're doing now.
Yeah, Mags was a big part. I had an opt-out last year with Boston before I got back to the big leagues. And Mags was on me last year, just asking how I was doing, said they were staying in touch, watching. So going into this offseason, he was still a big part of that. So, Mags was definitely a huge reason. I leaned on him, talking to him about, the environment here and coming here. And then the hitting coach I've been working with is Lorenzo Garmendia. He's in Florida. So when I got released from Kansas City, I started working with him. He came to AZ when I was still living there, and then I went to Florida, and then ended up going and working with him for a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then signed with Boston, and then went to Fort Myers.
And finally, right now you're playing some infield, outfield. There could be some starts in there. Where do you feel best at, and how do you feel at second base right now?
I would say second's probably where I feel most comfortable. I came up playing a lot of shortstop, but that's definitely the toughest position to play on the field, no doubt. So without getting like consistent reps there, definitely second feels the most comfortable. But I try to take ground balls at short every day. But at this point, I've been moving around since 16. Playing the outfield, the infield. So basically, it's just at this point, show up to the ballpark, see where I'm playing that day, and just get as much work as I can at that position.
Hey, thank you very much, Chris.
Yeah, thanks, Thomas.
All right, Ed Henderson, go ahead.
Hey, Chris. Thomas referred, of course, to your nice run with the Diamondbacks. Based on that, clearly you know a lot of the players on this organization. What would you say is the readiness and the confidence level of this bunch as you guys head into the regular season?
Well, just playing against the Rockies consistently, going back all the way till Tucson, I was with the Diamondbacks when we were still in Tucson. So I've been playing the Rockies for a long time. Came up playing against Nolan a little bit, and some of the guys here, Charlie. But these guys are gamers. Every time we played the Rockies, I felt like it was going to be a battle. They were never out of a game. They never fought. They never stopped fighting. So I feel like that attitude is just they pick it right up when spring training started. During quarantine, and we picked it right back up here. So these guys come to work every single day, and it's been fun to watch. And I feel like I kind of fit right in just watching these guys prepare and just how they work on and off the field.
Thanks, Chris. Welcome to Colorado.
Thank you.
All right, Kevin Henry, go ahead.
Hey, Chris. Thanks for the time. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
There's been a lot made about Matt Kemp and the success that he's had against the Rockies in the past, but you're one of those guys, if you look at your stats, you've always raked against Colorado as well. Can you just talk about what it was maybe about Coors that made you comfortable as a hitter and your excitement now that that's your home park?
You know what? I feel like in 13 when I got called up, this was one of the first places that I got some playing time at. And I don't know, I just felt like, I just was ready to play. And had some good at bats, and I feel like it just carried over. And I remember in 14, I had a couple good series here. When Turner Ward was our hitting coach, we were working on some things in the cage that really just clicked that day. So I don't know, maybe there's just some good vibes that I got, early on in my career here that just kind of panned out, just showing up to the park. And, I don't know, I always felt like coming in here too, you got excited coming here, it's a good place to hit. And, I don't know, I feel like, you see a lot of green out there, and, it's nice standing in that box and seeing that.
And about now, with this being your home park, does that affect your mentality at the plate or anything, or is it just big game by game?
No, I just feel like, I kind of picked up where I left off here. It's just, it's a nice backdrop. You got the trees out there. It's a good place to see. I think it's good visuals.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, Andy Yamashita, go ahead.
Hey, Chris. So yesterday when we talked to Bud, he really talked about how impressed he was with your preparation going into spring training. What did you do to get ready for that?
Just like with me coming in ready to play, or what do you mean preparation?
Yeah, being ready to play and, really taking advantage of your opportunities down there.
Number one, I'm definitely comfortable playing at Salt River, being on the other side with, being at Talking Stick. It's a beautiful facility, so it's comfortable. It's nice showing up there every day. But I just felt like, at this point in my career, I just needed to come in and do what I needed to do. And, I got a lot of opportunities to play, kind of moved all around. I think I played third, short, second, a little bit of first there in spring training. So, I think comfortable wise, I showed up to the field ready to play every day. But, I think it just goes back to, the confidence with kind of showing up ready to play with my swing. I feel like my cage work, the consistency there, just kind of showing up to the park, knowing what I need to do. It's really paid off, this off season coming into spring, working on the right stuff, when I was back home, and then showing up here, I think being consistent and just working on the right stuff has definitely helped me out.
Absolutely. And so you have this really good spring, and then all of a sudden COVID shuts everything down. What were your initial feelings about that?
Yeah, it was tough, Well, I was having a good spring, and then, I had a baby March 7th. And then, after that, I didn't play again because when I got back on the flight to Arizona is when the NBA season got shut down. So then it was just, the next day we got rained out, and then MLB got shut down too. So it was kind of like a process of, everything happening. But honestly, the last couple of games before I left, before my baby was born, I felt like me and Mags were working on some of the right stuff. So honestly, it was good going into quarantine. I knew what I needed to work on, and I felt like I cleaned some stuff up in quarantine, and I feel like it's definitely paid off showing up here. I feel like I'm in a good rhythm, and not like picking up where I left off, but just having some consistency and knowing what I need to do.
Awesome. And so wait, do you know the exact date of the last game you played in spring training?
I think I flew out the 5th or the 6th of spring.
Gotcha. And then the 10th was your guys' last game.
And then the 10th was the last game, yeah. Because I think we got rained out like 2 days in a row, right? Yeah. So I think I was supposed to play the 12th. And we got rained out, and then it got suspended.
Gotcha. So then, you have the long break, you come back to summer camp out here, and you found out yesterday that you made the team. What were the kind of feelings there?
I mean, I felt like I did everything that I needed to do to make the team, but man, it was nice just to, it was me, Bard, and Kemp. We're all in the same room, and just Buddy and Jeff telling us, how excited they were to have us on this team, and just looking to get back to the postseason like they did in 17 and 18. This is a good team, and being with the D-backs and seeing these guys. I mean, these guys show up every single day ready to play, so I feel like I fit in, and it's been a long time coming. We've been, like you said, we've been down for 3 months, so everybody's been itching and ready to get back. So to make it worth it and be back in the big leagues, it's exciting, and we're all looking forward to heading to Texas on Monday.
Absolutely. And my last question, but what are some of your goals for this season, both personally and for the team?
Gosh, it's just such a weird year to set goals. It's with it only being 60 games. I mean, honestly, it's just for us to get to the postseason. I feel like we got a really solid team. You've seen what these guys can do offensively. You've seen what the pitching staff can do. So I'm just looking to fit right in, whatever role that is, showing up to the park every single day, ready to play. Whether it's in the infield, outfield, just help this team out as much as possible.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yep, no problem.
All right, Thomas Harding, go ahead.
All right. First of all, what is your new baby's name?
Olivia.
Oh, that's beautiful. All right, so it had to be odd. You're in March and you're flying back and forth, and all of a sudden there's no baseball. What was it like being home and being a dad during this time of the year? And also, it looked like, as you said, you made the most of the time working on specific things to clean up. Can you take me through a couple of those?
Well, that describes my day pretty perfectly right there. Being a dad and just working on whatever I needed to work on that day. Man, I tell you what, we were busy during quarantine, that's for sure. There wasn't a lot of time to watch shows or do anything. I think I told Mags about a show we were watching, and he finished it in like a week or two, and I still have yet to finish that series. She keeps us busy for sure, but it's also been a huge blessing. Just to get the 3 months at home with her to watch her grow up. She'll be 5 months here in August, so it was really fun to watch her grow and spend time with my wife. But yeah, that was basically our day. Helping her out, and then I'd go to the field. I was working at a local high school because I had been hitting at William and Mary, but with everything shut down, they weren't letting people on campus. So luckily, there was a guy that had played pro ball that I was hitting with at a local high school in his indoor facility.
All right, and what do you feel you cleaned up with the swing? I know that when you're hot in spring training, I was wondering, is the swing going to come back? It looks like it did come back. So what were the things that you were working on down in Arizona that you completed?
Definitely like those last 3 games, like something started clicking. I felt like all my moves were good, whether it was loading, my path, everything was clean, but it was honestly just working on a little more link through the zone. And, when I was with AZ, I was more square towards the pitcher, and I felt like the past 2 seasons I had been open and my hip was kind of like coming off the ball just a little bit. So whether it was like off-speed pitches or pitches out on the outer part of the zone, I was pulling off maybe a little bit. And definitely those last couple games in spring, I was just working on just lining up a little bit more to the pitcher and keeping my hips in line. And I feel like that was definitely what I was working on those last couple games and in quarantine. That has definitely helped me here today. I've swung the bat well here in summer camp, and those are definitely some of the things that I've been working on and thinking about.
Hey, thank you very much.
Yep, no problem.
All right, thanks, Chris. Thanks, everyone else, for jumping on with us, and we'll catch you all later.
Thanks, guys.